It's your boy Max. I want to introduce a show to you. It's called Chat Room with Max.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't stop.
The primary sign, usually on an adult in a domestic violence situation, are bruises.
God gave him a talent. And the Bible says your gift will make a way for
When we sit there and we blame God for the things that are happening in our lives, no, God never told me to lay down with that man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chat Room with Max. Chat Room with Max. It's been a wonderful week. How have you been? Oh my God. As you can hear, I am a little bit under the weather. The weather has been crazy, so it confused my body system. You know what I'm saying? I hope you can hear me well. So, it's been a long time. Wow. I didn't see you guys last week, but hey, we're going to make it up. We're going to make it up today, okay? So, let's make sure that we share this and we introduce ourselves just so we can know exactly who is watching and where you're watching from. If you're watching from YouTube, Facebook, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. Once again, this is Chat Room with Max. And of course now, I don't need to introduce myself. Do I need to introduce myself? Max, Minister Max. Today we're going to be talking about something very, very serious. It's a topic that a lot of people had been asking questions about, asking important questions as such, and we believe that it's our duty here in Chat Room to make sure that we let you know the vital information that you actually do need to know, because it's going to help all of us at the long run. Today's topic will be more about giving counsels on how to relocate from your country, wherever country you are, in Africa, to the diaspora. It might be the US, it might be England, abroad, pretty much, as we call it. So my fellow people will be joining me soon, but till they do, you got me, you got your boy. Okay, we have my wonderful brother in the house, Kid Bro Steve. He says reporting in. Wow, Kid Bro, it's been a while, sir. How have you been, Kid Bro? I hope you've been good. I was on your show. I watched your show last week. It was awesome. We have someone else, Peter Ochai. He says, "I'm Ekuse. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Yes. So that's what we do. So let's know again. Let's know where you're watching from, and let's know who you are by introducing yourself. And don't forget, let's hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so YouTube can post this to other people, so other people can learn a lot too from what you're learning. Now let's go into the topic for today. Let me just introduce this topic to you. And the topic for today is, what do I need to relocate to the diaspora? What do I need to relocate to the diaspora? This is a segment where we'll be giving advice and counsels, because a lot of people need this information, as I stated earlier on. But for now, we're going to talk about this. So my question number one for everybody watching right now, is, what part of the world do you wish to see yourself in? What part of the world do you wish to see yourself in? Let's know in the comment section the part of the world you wish to see yourself in, because that's also important and relevant to this. What part of the world do you wish to see other than Afghanistan? Afghanistan right now is a hotbed. We don't want to relocate there right now. So what other part of the world do you wish to see yourself in? Let's get talking. Let's know that on the chat session. Okay. I would struggle to do this today, because where's my tea? Oh my God, where's this my technician? When you need him, you just can't find him. Okay, he's coming. So what part of the world do you wish to see yourself in? We've done a lot of segments in the past, and we hope that you are watching the videos that we bring to you, because hey, it's all good content. It's all good content. For today, this is it. We gave you a nice flyer, a nice banner, and so we're going to be having our people in the house. They'll be joining us very soon. We're going to be having Kudos Abayomi Majagbe, who will be joining us soon. We're going to be having Dr. Tolu, who will be joining us soon, and Sam Soft will also be joining us soon. So don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and so don't forget to also subscribe. Oh, subscribe, because it's very important. It's very important. See, he brought the tea. So hold on, give me a second. Hey, what? You want to? This guy wants to burn my mouth. Oh my God, he wants to burn my mouth. It's not good to not be feeling fine. So yeah. Let's know who is watching, please. I see a lot of people watching right now from Facebook, and I see some views from YouTube. Please introduce yourself, okay? Introduce yourself, please. Let's see. Oh, Olusayo Akela says, Max, how you do? How you doing? How you do? Okay, my brother, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. As you can see, I'm doing great. Are you back from Dubai yet? Because I remember the last time you were watching from Dubai. Are you back? And how was Dubai? Or have you relocated so you can give tips on how to go to Dubai? That's wisdom, That's wisdom. So yes, how you doing, Sayo? I hope you're good. Yeah. So where's Jacinta? Anyway, Jacinta will be joining soon. Now. You know how she is. So, people, I have a great news for you guys, but that will be coming in later in the show. It's about music. That'll be coming in later in the show. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna be coming in later in the show. It's a good one. It's gonna be a good one. You're gonna love it. When I tell you you love something, you definitely love it. Sayo says, I'm back to Abuja. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So that means you did not relocate. You just went to visit, I guess. How was it? I hope it was nice and good. I hope it was nice and good. So, me, I have a question though, before our guests come and we begin to talk about the topic for today. What do you guys think about this whole thing happening in Nigeria right now? When I say the whole thing, I mean like this whole divorce thing happening with our artists. What do you think? It's getting too much. The other day was what's his name? One of the P Square brothers, one of them, and he was, they were having a misunderstanding that I think is leading to divorce. We hope it doesn't, but I think it's leading to divorce. And then now, Annie Idibia, Two Face's wife, is also, towing the same lane too. What do you guys think? Do you think something is going wrong, or do you think it's just a season? Is a season to get divorced or something? Let's know in the comment section also, please, because it's worrisome. It's worrisome. I wonder what we're teaching the younger generation these days. So please and please, let's know in the comment section before we dive into the main topic of the day. Now, security wise, I can speak for a country that I know, which is Nigeria. I cannot speak for most parts of the African of African countries. I can speak for Nigeria itself, because we know say security not too tight for that country. We know. Anybody that wants to tell me in the comment section that there's security in Nigeria, please feel free to comment too. But we know say security no did that country. And if there's no security in Nigeria, are you planning on relocating, or are you planning on staying? Because I was watching the news the other day, and I saw where we had a lot of doctors that had their certificates and everything, and they went to apply for jobs in Saudi Arabia to relocate to Saudi. What's happening? You guys that are down on the ground over there, please let's know, because these are informations that I think we need to also get, because everybody just wants to run. Everybody wants to run, come out. What's actually going on? What's happening down there? What's going on? We need to know. Okay? So, what are your thoughts on doctors leaving? What are your thoughts on security issues? What are your thoughts on everything going on right now, especially around the world, not just Nigeria? The world seems to be in a quagmire right now, and it's not really looking pretty. It's not looking pretty. So, let's hope that things will get better. Okay? Let's hope things will get better. So, 1 minute and we'll be right back.
Hi, so glad you are here with us today in Chat Room with Mex. I am Kay and I hope you are having fun. Please subscribe, like, and lastly share. We need to let the world know what we are enjoying here today in the chat room. Now let's go back to the show.
So, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you guys have done the needful. I hope you've done the needful. I hope you are busy liking where you're watching this from. I hope you're busy subscribing to this channel. I hope you are busy hitting the notification tab. And lastly, I hope you're sharing. You know, we're big on sharing. We're very, very big on sharing. Yes, let's see. Oh, okay. Jacinta is in the house. Hi, Jacinta, how you doing? Jacinta says, she says, hello, Pastor Max. Greetings to Pastor Sam and the Queens in the house. Greetings from Nigeria. Jacinta, you want me to tell you a live show, Abi? Jacinta, I'm not a pastor yet. I never become pastor yet. Wait first. I've told you. Did God come? Did I call? I never get missed call yet. I never get missed call yet. What will see the call? We'll answer it. We'll answer it. Okay, we'll answer it. So welcome to the show, Jacinta. Welcome to the show. So before you joined in, I think there was a question that was being posed, and the question is, what's the situation going on in your country these days? For those in Nigeria, we have a huge number of people trying to leave. Like example was when a lot of all those doctors came out and planning to leave Nigeria. That was one. And then security issue. Do you think there's security in your country, Nigeria, to be precise, if you are in Nigeria? Jacinta is laughing. She said, yes, God call you. God. Jacinta, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not feeling too fine. I'm not feeling too fine. Yeah. So, now, before we proceed, I want to tell you guys a little bit of my journey, just a little bit of my journey. So I came to the United States from Nigeria, finished secondary school, almost university, and then came to the country. When I came, it was kind of different. It had a different vibe. It had a different feel to it. Maybe because I came alone, but definitely a lot of people come alone. Now the thing is, when you come into a country such as the US, I believe is similar to the UK. When you go into such countries, you definitely see life differently. You see life different from what you originally viewed life as. We have a comment from Pastor Joe Michael. He says, hello. Hi, Pastor Joe Michael. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So, as I was saying, right, you kind of view life differently when you come into a different country. You tend to appreciate life and appreciate your hard work more, because you kind of get the value for your time. And when I say value for your time, I mean, you know that when you put in 1 hour, they are paying you per hour. So if you work 1 hour, after 2 weeks, they'll pay you for just that 1 hour. If you work 2 hours, they'll pay you for just those 2 hours. Now you get value for your time. In fact, at some point, you get to realize that it's different from your country, because nobody go owe you. Like, no, I've not heard of anywhere in America where they owe their staff members and they don't pay them. Nobody will tell you, oh, sorry, we cannot afford to pay you. Let's wait until next month or 2 months from now, we'll back pay you. No. So you appreciate life and appreciate your time, because technically what it now becomes is, hey, we are giving you Such amount of dollars for such amount of time. So if you give us 40 hours of your time in a week, we'll give you 40 hours worth of pay. And then they go come out tax. So that tax the key. But let's continue talking. Let's continue talking. So, started that way. And coming in, you would have a lot of people advise you. They will give you will hear the best advices, you will hear the worst advice, you will hear everything. Even the middle worst advice, you will hear it. But the most important thing is, what do you actually listen to? What do you want to go with? What do you think will suit you and your plans for the future? Because a lot of people will come and all they see and all they think about at that particular point in time is just the now. See money, it's easy to make money like this in America. And when people begin to think that way, is it easy to make money like this in America? Then they will begin to work and work and work and work and work. Listen, if you want to work and kill yourself, you can do it in America or even in the UK. Those are the two countries that I know that I'm somewhat familiar with. If you want to work and kill yourself, you will do it. If you want to be working 24 hours round the clock, you can do it. You just have 3 jobs and you'll be fine. When you're done with this one, you go to this one, you go to this one, you go to this one, you just be jumping. But the most important thing is, what do you do to stabilize yourself? Because it's like jumping into a place where it's like you see a treadmill, right? Everybody, you first of all met this person. It's a huge treadmill where people are running on the treadmill, and the treadmill keeps spinning, and then you now jump in. It's either you jump in with the same momentum and keep going, because if you jump in with a slower one, you trip and fall. If you jump in with a faster one, you trip and fall. So you have to gauge yourself. You have to gauge your speed and know that, yes, so this is how I'm going to go in. So a lot of people make the mistake of coming in, working too much, and paying tons in taxes. But that's not the problem. I've had friends that came, and when we started, they were like, "Oh boy, Max, listen, man, me, I won't build a house for Nigeria. Oh. I want to build a house for Nigeria. I want to build a house in Nigeria. And I'm going to work like crazy to build a house in Nigeria." And they will be working like crazy, 4 or 5 jobs. They will work. And guess what? They will build the house. They will build the house. But there are some important things that you need to know in order to be successful here in the diaspora, especially if you're coming from Africa. There are some important things that you need to know. And those things you need to know is, number 1, what's your plan? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself with? What kind of people do you see yourself around? Those are the important things to note when you come to the diaspora. Because at the end of the day, all man is there for themselves. So you are coming for yourself. I'm sure everybody is having it in mind that, oh, we can't wait to hear how we can come. Jacinta actually sent me a message and she was like, "Man, we want to know how we can travel or relocate. We want to leave this country. And I'm like, "Jacinta, Nigeria don't tire you." Let's see. We have a comment from Ayatunde Emmanuel. Ayatunde Emmanuel, my bro, how are you doing, sir? Namaste, my brother. Namaste. How is India today? How's India? I hope India is good. He says, "Good evening, good evening, people." Good evening, my brother. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Jacinta says, "How can we that are in Nigeria get..." You see what I said? You see? It's as if I read her mind. You see? She's already asking, how can we get there? How can we get there? How can we? Jacinta, why are you so much in a hurry to leave Nigeria? What did Nigeria do you? And then I'll get questions like, why did you run in a hurry? I'm just, oh, it's Pretty Yanni. She says, we did, yeah. Oh, Pretty Yanni. Welcome, 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 welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Pretty Yanni, the owner of, what's the name of your show, Pretty Yanni? Let's know the name of your show, so that everybody can, now, you know how we do it. We have to lift each other up. Mhm. So, as I was saying, my good people, there are things that you need to do. Now, the reason why I don't want to jump into how you can leave your country yet is because my expert will be here very, very soon. He's actually backstage waiting. Be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Okay? Good things comes to those who wait. Hot seat with Pretty Annie. Yes, that's it. I knew the Pretty Annie part, but the hot seat, I was like, is it hot seat or ice pack? Hot Seat with Pretty Yanni. So her show is Hot Seat with Pretty Yanni. Please and please and please be kind to follow her on YouTube. She's on Instagram. Pretty Yanni, just follow her. It's a beautiful show. You're gonna love it. That one, I'm telling you, you will love it. You will love it. And ladies and gentlemen, please and please, let's get YouTube sharing this video by like. If you're watching from YouTube, please and please like what you're watching and don't forget to share. Don't forget to share. Facebook, if you're watching from Facebook, like and don't forget to share also. Who else is streaming this? We're not doing this on Instagram. Technician, are we doing this on Instagram? Oh, no. We're not doing it from Instagram. That's only you. Okay, no, we're not doing this from Instagram. We're just doing Facebook and YouTube. So don't forget to like and share, okay? Don't forget to like and share. What's Jacinta saying this time around? Please, sir, can you repeat the question, sir? Okay, I said, why are you so much in a hurry to leave Nigeria, Jacinta? Why? So Ayatune says, I'm doing good, sir. Yep. Pretty. And he says, thank you. And Ayatune says, oh, in Ghana now? Ayatune, what's happening in Ghana? And how is Ghana? Actually, a lot of people are relocating to Ghana too. What's going on? A lot of people are relocating to Ghana. Ghana seems to be like the new happening country now within the African continent. Ghana seems to be the new happening country. What's going on? Huh? Okay. So, my people, as I was saying, we have to be ready for this information. So I've told you guys some of my starting experience just so that you get a hang of how it is and how it goes. But I'm sure that we would learn from our special guest today. He's going to be, we're going to get the tips. So people like Jacinta, who has been waiting to get the information on how to leave your country, I hope you're ready for this. I hope you're ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you my wonderful big brother, Kudos Abayomi Wajabi.
Good evening.
Hello,
Can
sir.
you hear me?
Hello, sir. Yes, we can hear you.
So how are you? And how are you guys doing in Massachusetts? And I know you're next door to New York with the flooding.
Okay, I know. No, the flooding did not reach us here.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it didn't reach us here.
But you get snow.
You get
snow shovels.
It's one thing or the other.
Well, I lived in Texas, so I'm used to flooding. So I've lived through all of Katrina. Or name it, all the names. You can see they're running out of names.
I know they're running out of names. Before you know it now, they'll say, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having hurricane. Because they don't have name for it. So welcome to the show, sir. Welcome to the show. I was just informing our people about life and how to, how to relocate to the diaspora, tips on how to relocate to the diaspora. Jacinta has been one of the foremost leading people in asking that kind of question. I don't know who is pursuing her from Nigeria. She has just been pushing. That's why the moment you came in, she said, welcome, sir.
Thank you. Well, as I said, there are two, I can summarize it. There are two reasons to relocate anywhere, even where you are. You go from Massachusetts, you can go to Texas, California.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's either self or sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
And I explain sponsored means you're an expatriate where your services are needed. And then it's the responsibility of the entity to move you from point A to point B. And you see that a lot. You've seen,
Yep.
if you remember in Nigeria, especially you had that in the oil sector, where you had people coming in because of the oil exploration and other things going on in Nigeria and other parts of the world. You also have, I think, our friends who worked in the oil company in Nigeria, where after a while, they moved them and their family from one part of the world to another part to get familiarized with the operations. So you have different reasons. Then self is you making that decision of wanting to leave your confines to go in front of the golden fleece somewhere else. But we know that it's all driven,
Oh yeah.
you
Oh
know,
yeah.
to better yourself. So it's just understanding the process. So, and then knowing what to do because it's changed from how it was in the 60s, 70s. And if you look at 9/11 has really changed
Oh yeah.
the dynamics of immigration all over the world. A lot
Sure.
of countries are restricting the numbers
Mm.
you coming in. So unless you have a genuine reason to positively contribute to that society, it's very difficult getting in. But you also have, if for most people in Nigeria, I think it was during the tenure of President Obama that the visa lottery allocation for Nigeria exhausted because
Oh
we
yeah.
reached our cap of 55,000 people allowed to emigrate from Nigeria under the visa lottery scheme.
So
So
question for you, sir. Sorry.
go ahead.
Question is so they had just only so now presently based on the visa lottery thing, we for sure have 55,000 Nigerians in America through that program.
Yeah, over time, that is correct. Remember that if you've understood the process for most people, it is weighed in terms of the economics education level. And if you've studies have shown that Nigeria has a high contribution rate in terms of making a positive contribution to the economy of most nations. So,
Oh
so we're given it compared to our African counterparts, we're given a larger allotment. Remember that 55,000 is spread, so which means every year you may get 200, 1,000 people move from Nigeria. And remember, this has been going on for years. And that does not exclude the fact that you have people who have family members who have now naturalized to become citizens of different nations. And based on the immigration benefits, they are allowed to legally file for their family members to come and emigrate and join them. If we use the United States system, like for my own case, I was born in the United States, and my story was that my father, after the Civil War, was given a government scholarship as a way of encouraging young professionals from the university system to get educated and then come back to fix the Nigerian economy. So my dad emigrated in the 70s into the United States, and in that process with my mom and my elder brother, I was born in the United States. So after my dad finished his doctorate degree, he decided to return back. Some people took that advantage because to stay. So there are people that after that scheme, we started to stay, they didn't go back. And this was the time when Nigeria was transitioning from General Olusegun Obasanjo to Shagari, when Nigeria now had its first time of civilian rule. At that time, if you look at that, Nigeria was at a prosperous state. So a lot of people were just looking at short-term movement to the Europe, in which will include the United Kingdom, France, because at that time our currency was quite high to other parts. So people wanted Nigerians coming into the economy because you spend. Remember, it's what you can contribute to an economy that is factored in.
Wow. So, sir, before we continue, I want
Go ahead.
my people to get to know you to get to know you better, because we did not do a formal introduction. We just jumped into it. So can you just let us let my people know who you are, and just let's just know who you are, sir.
Where how do you want me to? Well, that is.
Your name is already there. Also, they are reading your name. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay. It's Kudus Abayomi Majiagbe. I share. Well, if you call a American. Well, I don't know how the terminology changes.
He's a half caste.
Okay. Unlike some people who are born in Nigeria, I was born overseas, and I emigrated back to Nigeria as a child. And I did my primary school and secondary school in the northwestern region of Nigeria, in a state called Plateau State, in a town called Vom. And if everybody who would do a little history on Vom has been a melting pot, because during the time of Nigeria's colonization by the British, Vom was a settlement point for most of the Europeans. True. And also because at that time, Plateau State had a lot of natural solid minerals. So you had a lot of mining operations going on. So that, and then from there you had that now spilled over to doing other things. So as I said, I grew up there, and my plans, as I said, because at that time I didn't even pick up on this dual citizenship, because I'm one of those people that I was stateless in Nigeria. Stateless in the case that the Nigerian constitution did not recognize you having dual nationality. It was not until the time of General Ibrahim Badamasi Badabangida who now implemented the dual nationality. But when I came back I was born 1976. I returned in 1979. I was 3 years old. Up to the age of 18, you could claim Nigerian citizenship, but technically you are not considered Nigerian, because you are not born on Nigerian soil.
Wow.
So a lot of people will probably have suffered this fate. And one very interesting case which made a lot of hot headlines was the former Minister of Finance.
Ngozi. Kemi Adeosun. During President Buhari's first term in office. She was born in the United Kingdom, but she was recruited to come and work in Nigeria. But like many others, because of the law in Nigeria, if you have a first degree under the age of 30, you need to do the Nigerian Youth Service Scheme to show as part of your there. But there was some tug away in terms of how the exemption was considered for most people. So that now put people like myself stateless, in the sense that because you are born outside, you are not recognized as having the privileges to enjoy as a Nigerian citizenship. Because if you look at the Constitution of Nigeria, it says that the citizenship is conferred to you either by a grandfather, a grandmother, or a parent. So that's my ties. Wow.
So I didn't have initial plans to move overseas at a young age, because at that time Nigeria was still in its flourishing state until and then when things started changing, then that was when I considered the opportunity of wanting to move overseas because of education. And that was when it dawned on me that, okay, I have citizenship with another country. Let me explore what that opportunity will bring. So I didn't really know much. And I think I belonged to the school of other people at my age group at that time who never explored what it is to manage citizenship of more than one country and the dynamics involved in that. So when I made the decision in 1998 to relocate to the United States to school, I came in, even though I was a US citizen, my behavior system was like me being an immigrant
Yeah.
who just got a visa and moved in to the I didn't have anyone to walk me through the system because I totally changed from what I knew as a child. And then I'm going in as a young adult in. So it created those challenges, but with thank God, with fortitude, I was able
Mm.
to navigate myself through. So each person's experience is different,
Wow.
when you look at it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a brief intro on our special guest. Let me quickly bring in my banter partner. He has been backstage just looking at us, looking. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Soft.
What's up, everybody?
Aha. Everybody is saying hi.
Hello,
Welcome to the show, sir.
everybody. It's
Welcome to the
good
show.
to be back here again. I've been hearing my brother, that is our special guest today. Welcome to this great show.
Yeah.
To have you, brother.
Thank you. Good
Um,
evening. So,
Sam
Sam
Soft.
Soft. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry, sticky fingers, my laptop. So I mistakenly closed the browser. Sorry.
yeah.
Just
Welcome to the show, and it's
thank you.
good to have you. And our great audience. How you all doing today? Can we
They're
hear?
doing good.
I'm sure they are doing good. And
Yeah.
Minister Max, how is your throat?
Man. I'm drinking tea. Thank God.
You're drinking the tea.
I'm drinking tea.
You might be drinking.
So before you joined, we're talking about a brief history of our special guest. Um and so now, sir, my question for you now is
Yeah.
what do I need? This is someone, a typical person, let me use for example, in a Nigerian,
Okay.
who is in Nigeria, or someone in Africa that wants to relocate to the diaspora. Let's take America or UK, even Canada, one of those three places, because those, I believe those are like the three
Yeah.
hotbed hot
No,
countries that people
well,
want to.
you have France. You have, as I said, you remember that you have what is called I think the G20, the G7 nations,
Okay.
which is Germany. You have Germany, the Netherlands, you've got France, you've got
Mm,
the Scandinavian, and then you have the Americas, which is where Canada and the United States. So it differs because remember that the movement, one of the things that affect movement is your colonial ties. So in the case of Nigeria, there is a greater percentage that your migration pattern will move you to the United Kingdom,
mm,
then or then because of as I said, the reason why America came under consideration is because of the visa lottery scheme.
mm,
We're not a colony of America, but because of that, and as I said, the other thing that played a role is education. A lot of people moved to the United States to school, so that
mm,
opened up, and then sports was also an avenue that a lot of people migrated into the United States. But typically, the first consideration point to be is looking to where you had your colonial ties. So if you went to a francophone country, which is French speaking, you'll be looking at going to France. If your country was colonized by Portugal, you'll be going to Portugal. If you were colonized by Spanish,
mm.
you'll be looking at Spain or Latin America, but preferably Spain. Then you have the anomalies like Italy and all of those other countries. So if, okay, taking your case study of America, the first question I ask the individual, what is your reason for wanting to emigrate from where you are? You have
Okay.
to have a reason, because that reason now factors into whether your movement is legal
Mhm.
or illegal, because you have people
Mm.
who have resorted to the illegal way of migrating. It has its
Oh.
challenges, it has its risk, because the risk is that you remain undocumented, which means if anything happens to you, there is no way that you are in any database for people to know where you are.
Oh yeah.
And that's one thing that most people forget, and that is very important. And you've had cases of people that you
But
have on. Go ahead.
but don't you think that with the situation now in Nigeria and the way things are going, a country like Nigeria, for example, people will not mind though.
Yeah, that's why if you remember, the first thing I said is what the reasoning.
The
And
reason,
if you
yeah.
remember if you remember my first, that migration follows two things. You have sponsored migration and
Mhm.
I explained to the definition of sponsor. Sponsor follows either you're an expatriate,
Yeah.
in this case, somebody needs your services, and they are responsible for taking care of you, and they move you, your family, from point A to point B.
Okay.
In the 80s, a lot of medical doctors in Nigeria were going to the Middle East, to Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia, because of the petrodollars there, wanted doctors. And as I said,
They're still doing
because
that now. And you know,
no,
Yeah, that's
well,
the latest thing that just happened.
yeah, but you do you know why they're doing that? Because in the 80s, it was voluntary. It wasn't. That's what I want to explain the story
no,
and the
now
genesis.
it's not voluntary. Now it's escape.
Yeah, because obviously economics of scale come into play, as I had said, and that's going to the other part, which is self in the sense that you want a better life.
Yeah.
And I can't fault anybody, because now the world has opened up now with the advent. When I was growing up, there was no social media, so your confines of knowing about a country was on TV, what you saw over TV, which was either movies or the news. That gave you a picture of the other side of the world. Then, as I said, luckily for me and yourself, Emeka, growing up in Vom, we got to see Europeans. We got to see different people. So that, and it so happens that some of our friends were biracial, where their parents were married to nationalities of different countries, mostly European.
Half caste.
Well, well, that is what you're not supposed to say that now.
Yeah. Okay,
not-
sorry. Half.
No, that is
Like
but growing up.
it's like
Oh
an
yes,
we say half caste.
yeah, because it was a derogatory. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
It was?
Derogatory. Yes.
We used to hold them up high.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
sit down,
Or stuff like Oyinbo Pepe. Oyinbo Pepe. If you see, as I said, caste means what?
More.
Remember, if you look at the definition of caste, means what? A differentiation.
Yeah.
So at that time, remember that now that's enlightenment. All those things were not picked up on. I'm just explaining to you the dynamics now. So if you notice, they didn't. If you remember when you said this to some of them, they didn't react back to you.
Yeah.
Instead, they behave more Nigerian than you. They want to tell you that no, I am more Nigerian than you. So in terms of attitude, in terms of acceptance, you saw a lot of them there. And if you noticed, you had most of them from where? You're part of the eastern part of Nigeria, a few from the western part, but you had a lot of people who are married to foreigners from the eastern part, because at that time, after the Civil War, a lot of people from the east went to Europe to school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As young men, and they married. And their wives decided to come back with them back to Nigeria. Some made the decision of not wanting to come back. Eventually their husbands now decided to join them. So the first thing, as I said, is what is your reasoning? In this case, economy, you want to have a better life. Fine. Now, which country do you want to go to? That's the next thing you're looking at.
So sorry, sir. If you're watching right now and you are listening to this, right? Just type in the name of the country you want to go to, so we can make this more country focused for you that is watching. That's a perk for you being live on the show today. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk more country related, country specific, because you're right here watching with us. Before we continue, we have some comments. Let's begin from Jacinta. She says, welcome, sir. Belinda Abuola says, good evening, Belinda. Eugene Okpala says, hello, kudos, you're welcome.
Yeah. Good evening.
Olusaya says, nice one. Felix David says, word dual citizenship, very important. The word dual citizenship, very important. Yes, yes. Jacinta says, welcome, Daddy. I guess she's referring to her father. Her father, Sam Soft. Melinda, Melinda says, hi. Jacinta says, that's Venezuela. Jacinta, you
Whoa.
want to relocate to Venezuela? I thought you would want to come and meet your father, Sam Soft.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, in the case of Venezuela, it's tied to what? To Spain, because
To Spain,
Venezuela
yeah.
was a Spanish. But you have to look at it that
Venezuela.
they practice communism there. So are you ready to now go there to the language barrier is also something you have to remember.
Yeah.
If you're in Nigeria, you speak English. Are you ready to learn Spanish
Mm.
and be able to adapt yourself? So those are the things you look at, because a lot of the choice to migrate is usually done on impulse rather than planned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think you could get away with that in the 80s, in the 70s, because at that time the economies were not so bad. So you had some financial backing to allow you to do that. But now it's difficult. So in honesty, if you're thinking of wanting to move from let's say from Nigeria now, tell you that you need a 2-year plan to plan this. It's not something you just wake up in the morning.
I want
I
to
want
move.
to just go move.
But guess what, brother? That advice you are giving to them.
No, I understand. No, I understand what you're saying. No, and that's what
They have been planning since they are from their mother's womb.
Yeah, but
They
this
will
is the
tell you that
caveat there. Yeah, but this is the caveat.
now it's even
Okay.
more serious.
And and that's why I'm saying that. Thank you for that observation. But this is the caveat to that. Even with planning, who is going to sponsor you? What are
Yeah.
your means of? That's why I'm saying that you could plan something, but if you don't have a way of executing it, it just sits on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
We have
Wait.
what we call wishful thinking,
Mm.
or
Mm.
you're there. And I don't want to use it to discourage. As I said, we're now in the world of globalization. So loyalty is tied to where you think economically will benefit you,
Oh yeah.
both on the short term and in the long term. It's gone are the days of citizenship and loyalty, which is why countries now are very restrictive on who comes into their country.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because now you have a rise of nationalism. National in the sense that it's about my country first and my interest rather than the better good. But we know that there are other countries that, because other countries are not increasing their birth rate. So that is why immigration is helping to balance that out. Because certain races are choosing not to procreate and increase. So you have a decline.
Okay.
So you have to make up for that deficit.
Okay. People, we see your comments coming in for the countries that you are wishfully thinking to relocate to. We're going to put some action to that today. Jacinta says Venezuela. Abisola says, hello everybody. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show. Felix David says United States. So we have Venezuela and United States. Jacinta changed her mind to Canada. Jacinta, you... I said I thought you were coming to meet your father. Your father will sponsor you. Okay. You want to be wishfully thinking. Okay. Tani says, good job. Hi, Tani. How you doing? Jacinta says, no, I repented. Oh, I reopened. No, I reopened to him. Okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. Tani says, Canada or Australia. So we have Venezuela, Canada or Australia. Let's see. Felix says, God bless America and God help God help Nigeria. My brother, God help Nigeria. Oh,
For real.
God help that country. Olusaya says, Kenya for me. Sayo, that's easy. Don't worry, I will give you advice myself personally. Just wear good shoe and start trekking. It's not too far.
It's not far at all.
It's not far at all, my brother. All you have to do is have faith and start trekking. Carry your Nigerian passport. You are good. That's from me to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go deep into how you can move to those countries that you've specifically mentioned right after this break.
It's your boy Matt. I want to introduce a show to you. It's called Chat Room with Max.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You have to pay attention whenever you're
don't stop.
The primary sign, usually on an adult in a domestic violence situation, are bruises.
God gave him a talent. And the Bible says your gift will make a way for
When we sit there and we blame God for the things that are happening in our lives, no, God never told me to lay down with that man.
Oh, you are back. Sorry, I didn't see you people there. I was dancing. So, yes, welcome back to the show. Before we continue, if you have not liked this, like where you're watching this from. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to that channel. If you've not hit the notification tab, come on, let's do that. If you have not shared, there's love in sharing. Share, and keep sharing. Now let's go back to our wonderful brothers by the side. So Sam Sofsa, before we go into detail with how we can get into Venezuela, Canada, Australia, and the US, Sam Sof, which country other than America would you have wished to see yourself in?
That's a good question.
I know.
Because everybody have their plans, and the countries I liked when I was in Africa, the first one was the United States, and luckily for me, I was able to come here. But then I was planning to go to London, because of we have more Africans there, we have more Nigerians there, so and we always hear about London more because we're closer to London. So because of the news from London, I was excited. I want to go see that place called London. So that's London was my second choice, but America was my first choice. And but I've lived in so many places. Visited so many countries, and I've come to understand that every country have a special ways of living. And like my brother said, rightly said, you need to study to know the place that you want to go visit, even to live. First of all, like remember that when God promised the children of Israel that the land will be filled of milk of honey, they didn't just show up there. What they did was that they sent two spies. Go spy the land. Go and see how the place is. This milk and honey. Even though God told them it's a land filled of milk and honey, but they sent these people to go spy the land.
Yeah.
And to know how to enter the land, how to take over the land. So the same way, like the brother said, you got to make a plan. We have to plan. Anything you are doing in life, you have to plan. So I planned by praying and say, God, lead me to the right place. But then I was enjoying my Africa too because I was in Ghana. So I was in Ghana.
Whatever.
But I
You
was
were enjoying Africa because you were in Ghana.
Exactly, because I ran away from Nigeria because Nigeria was very good for me, but
he ran away to
I
Ghana.
He wanted an option.
I went to Ghana because I don't like to be in a country where there's no 24 hours light. Every time you have to beg for light. So, and
Even if you beg for it, you will not see it. You see small. They give you. Nigeria is the only country that they will give you light in minimum.
And guess Nigeria is the only country that you will have when the light comes, you'll be praising them. You'll be excited for light. It's an error. So when I went to Ghana, because I've heard about Ghana, so I got to Ghana. I went for visit, just to visit. I got to Ghana. I was like, man, I'm staying here. I like this place because there's 24 hours light. The roads are nice. The people are friendly. Back then, I don't know of now, the people were friendly. And my music is appealing to my music. The people accepted my music and they welcomed me. So and
he did not even write any pattern of Ghanaian song. Oh, I'm giving you tips, sir.
no, I used to learn the language, to say Buko, Ghana, the Ghanaians that are
I can.
right now. I give a shout out to you. There's a popular word in Ghana. They say, "How are you, Charlie?" Everybody's Charles in Ghana, Charlie. So they will say, "How are you, Charlie?" But everybody's called Charlie in Ghana. So, like you said, rightly said, you need to make plans. So, and we have neighbors that are their countries are nice, like Ghana. So that's why
Chai!
some of the Nigerians, lots of the Nigerians are there. E.g.,
Here is God. Oh.
God, there is God indeed. Whiskey is in Ghana right now. He lives there. He moved away.
You keep quiet.
Eh? Oh my God, you pray out.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping him of giving us. Everybody is trying to look for how to relocate. He's telling us about the people that are there already in Ghana. Ooh,
No,
Ghanaian people.
Ghanaians, a lot of Ghanaians, they like their Ghana.
Yeah, we know.
Some people, when we are talking of relocation, it's not only Africa people are relocating to. People are relocating from America to Africa. Are you aware of that?
So that's I said. It's every movement is for different reasons and
Exactly.
purposes. So,
Yeah.
and what?
So, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen,
let's
go back to the main thing that will help you today. We're going. Okay, I'm not feeling too well, so I'll hold my comment. So God save you today. So now, sir, my question for you is: you've already said, it's not good to just be a wishful thinker, to just wish that, oh, I can go to this country, or I want to relocate to this country, and then just put it on the shelf, and then when you put it on the shelf, you now leave it there. So how do people now take action? How to proactively take action in making this work for them? Because most of the viewers here right now said that they want to relocate to either Venezuela, Australia, Canada, or the US. Someone actually added a comment and said, God bless America, God help Nigeria. And then Sayo, my brother, says he wants to relocate to Kenya, and I gave him the tip already. So Sayo is all set. Wear good shoe and start trekking.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you'll be there.
You'll be there in 2 days. So how do you think? What do people need in order? We know you also said that there are different reasons for relocating. So which one do you think is the best way for a person
Well,
with this country, sir?
Well, I'm going to give a disclaimer. One, I'm not familiar with immigration law, so I'm just giving whatever I'm giving is generic information.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, it's all about personal choice. That is the driver to most of. It's just like, I'll use an example now. The choice of you moving from one competitor in a job to another is your choice. The pay is better. You understand what it is. So the first thing you're going to look at is one, you want, in this case, as I said, most of the movement is for a betterment of life, is you have to visit the consulate office of the country you want to visit. In Nigeria, you either be stationed in Lagos or Abuja. You have to visit them, understand what their immigration requirements are, and do you qualify. That is if you are doing it legally. I'm not going to encourage anyone to do anything illegal.
No, we can't.
But we know people have done that, and there are risks involved with it, because you're going in on you're risking your life. You have human trafficking that is going on. You have a lot of things. There's sex trafficking. There's a lot of things. There's organ traffic. There are a lot of, so you taking the illegal will put you at danger. And remember that we all have a family. Family with a parent, a sibling. So you have to remember that wherever you're going, you need to be in touch with them. They have to know where you are. You can't just disappear. You have people that have disappeared and no one knows where they are. And unfortunately, bad things have happened to them that in the end, it becomes heartbreaking. So the first thing is you go and visit the consulate office of where you want to go to. In Kenya, that would be, they have either in Lagos or in Abuja. Find out what their immigration requirements are. In this case, they're going to ask you to show proof of finance. Do you have the means of supporting yourself while you're going there? What are you going for? Is it temporary or permanent? Permanent would be that most people use the route of education. I want to go there to go and school. Either if you have a first degree in Nigeria, you're looking at furthering yourself on a graduate level, either be a master's or a doctorate. I'm just using that. Then you also have people who are in secondary school, or what you call in America high school, who are looking that because of the education system in Nigeria, want to have better education. So you have a lot of American schools recruiting for different reasons. You could have a sports scholarship. You could be very good in football, track. You understand? And we know that these are big ticket opportunities in America. The perfect poster child I always want to talk about is Hakeem Olajuwon, and how he's made it, that if you go to the city of Houston, the first thing they're going to ask you, do you know the dream? Do you know Hakeem? That's the first thing they ask you, because he was the first person who made it in the NBA as a basketball player, won 2 championships for the city of Houston, and really put Nigeria on the map. And then you've had, a few other people who've come in to do track and field and other things. So that has been the pattern. So that's I've given you this. You have a different reason. So one, you have to look at your reasoning why you're going, especially in this case that you want it permanent. What is it you have to offer the country you're going to for them to give you the papers to allow you? But as if you look at countries like Canada or Australia, they are now making visa schemes available for you.
Yeah.
And they ask you to qualify based on a certain criteria and scoring system, which will be first, you must have a degree. You must have a degree that is translatable to their economy. So if you did something in the sciences, chances are they'll be able to give you a visa so you can contribute in the science economy for them. So you have that. And I know Canada has been you have a lot of people taking advantage of that. And I've used that to move.
Yeah. Wow.
You also have that in Australia as well. I know of a very close childhood friend who had that opportunity offered to him, and his family were able to move to Australia. So you have those opportunities there, because, as I said, certain countries have these schemes in place because of to balance their population, because there's a decline in population and you need a balance on your workforce to go. So sometimes immigration allows you to do that. So I don't know if I've answered most of everybody, but it's the same rule for all the countries you've listed have the same criteria you have to follow. In the case of, if you're going to an English-speaking country, you speak English. But if you're going to a country that you don't speak the language, you need to learn that language.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes it easy for you. You have some people that are looking at immigrating to China. There are some people who want to immigrate to the Far East, where they speak Arabic. So you have so you need to understand a way how you'll be able to communicate with the locals and get assimilated into there. So that way it makes it easy for you to move on to the next phase of settlement and then being productively part of that society. Because now that you've moved from one place, you are now going to be considered part of that society and expected to put your quota in positively advancing that country. If you get my drift on that summation.
Wow. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this is not too many information hitting you all at once. If it is, we apologize. We apologize, but it's for your own good and for our good in general. So now, if you have questions, please let's see your questions. If you have questions for our special guest in the house, so let's see. So we have some comments that came in. Bless you. Jacinta said I said I responded to what he said. Okay. Pastor Jill says, hello, Minister Max, Sam, and others. She's saying hi. She also says, I want to move to Italy. Jill she's an American and she wants to move to Italy. So how do you
So,
think?
so Italy is much easier. Is she an American citizen? So it's much easier because you're allowed to move into Europe, I think up to 90 days without a visa because of your passport, because of the ties. So in this case, the United States, you're coming from an economically advanced country to another country that is almost on similar par. So you have people who do that. You have Americans who move there. So the key struggle for you would be you have to learn the Italian language to allow you understand. And then what is it you want to do there? What is your reasoning for moving to Italy? I'm assuming in this case, she says pastor. So in this case, are you doing it for missionary work? Then you have reasons they can give you for that. But you know that you're going to Italy, which is a predominantly Catholic nation. But you do have room for Protestants there. But I'm just giving you the summation. So you have to do your homework to understand where you're going to and the challenges you face and how you can overcome those challenges if you're making that decision to go.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Uzoma Fumilayo Kwala says, hi everyone. Nigeria is the greatest.
Yes, that's your family, so you cannot criticize her. You cannot. So
you get that? You get that, Samson?
Yeah.
You get what he just did now.
Yeah.
He just tied my mouth right there. Okay. So Pastor yes. I'm not commenting on that. So we're good. He said, "Oh yes, those British accents are." Okay. Jacinta says, "For me, it's Canada or US." Okay. It's pretty, and he says, "Well, someone like me didn't have a choice. So, LOL. Parents moved, so we followed. I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it no other way, though." Okay.
I talked about that.
Yeah.
And that was my story. My parents moved to the United States because my dad had an education scholarship offered to him, and I was born there. You have people who have moved, for different reasons, as I said, and have moved with their family, and they've been able to resettle. Usually, this happens if you're at a young age. You have those that have moved mid-age, which would be at the time you're just finishing primary school, which means you'll be coming to the United States to do middle school and high school. And I know a lot of people or those who just finished high school in Nigeria or secondary school and move with so you have different reasoning. So towards that.
Wow. And Jacinta also says, some of us who have children and will want to move with children at one. Okay. So can people with children move with their children at once? That's what she's trying to ask.
Do you remember what did I say? Do you have the financial means to do that? Because that plays a role.
I thought that is something she does.
So which is why most people, what they do is one member of the family moves.
Yeah.
If you see, and once that family member is settled, then he or she is able to now apply for other members. That's if they cannot afford it. You have sometimes the wife would go, and then after the wife has settled and has met the requirements to legally be a resident in that country, then the next thing is she now applies for them to come and join her to relocate. So those are the things. So, it's, as I said, everybody's storyline is different. So I can't give you a one size fit all.
Yeah.
But you can take, from what I've said, you can take bits and pieces to help you in making the decision, because at the end of the day, you are the one going to make that decision, and you have to do your homework.
True.
On why you're looking at wanting to move.
Okay, thank you very much. We have another comment from Tani. Tani says, what's the rough estimate for a family of 4, either to Canada or Australia? Like, how much money do we need?
Okay. Well, I'll use the America. I'm not too familiar with Canada, but I know that one thing they use is, and you've heard about the poverty line in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
There is, so usually they want you to make at least 20% above the poverty line. So that way, when you come to that country, you are not going to have to resort to applying for local assistance from the government. You understand what? So in this case, you have to do the homework on what is the poverty line, and it comes by the number of family members. So let me see. One second. I'm talking to you, so.
So while he's doing the calculation, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're finding this very informative, because here in chat room, what we try to do is, other than come and we break tables, shake tables, all those stuff, we
Okay.
also want to give you the knowledge that
All right.
use to equip yourself. So let's
Okay.
get back to.
So let me answer that person. For a family of 4, I think she's mentioned, you need to make at least the equivalent of 49,106 Canadian dollars. You need to have that amount of income based on family of 4. And this is because I've used what is called the poverty line income. Because they do not expect that when you come in, that you be applying to have social services take care of you. The only exception given is if you're a refugee, then you know that the responsibility of that country, as you can see with Afghanistan, where you have a lot of people who have become refugees by force, not at their choice, but because of the political instability in Afghanistan. So what has happened is countries that have agreed to take citizens in will be responsible for helping them get on their feet. So that I don't know if I've answered Tani's question, but you will need to make the equivalent. In this case, if she's in Nigeria, you convert that to Naira. How much is 49,000 Canadian dollars? That's for a family of 4.
All right. Well, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. My last question for you before we let you go, sir, is so right now we are when we have some people who are already in the diaspora, right? We have people who are already in. I know that you were very instrumental, especially to me, and I can share that life here. So now the next question for you is, what do people need to do? Like, what do I need to do to be successful when I arrive to whatever country I relocate to?
Okay, well, that's a tough question, but I'll try to. As I said, everybody's storyline is different. If I use in the case of Sam Soft, his passion was music. So he probably used that as a conduit to help him in his move to the United States. Am I correct?
Not
to some,
I didn't
I'm not.
go to the United States because of music anyway.
No. But now, because of the entertainment, I'm compared to how that's what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
That because they will look at that can positively help the United States economy.
Correct.
So that's what I'm trying to make that inference, is that the key thing you have to look at is this: what are my interest points? Okay, if you use the United States now, are you here? Are you educated? In the sense that have you finished high school? What do you want to do with yourself? Do you just want to join the workforce? And if you choose to join the workforce from high school, there are limitations. You can move up, but you know that your movement is going to be tied to you physically working, if you understand what I'm saying. And your experience will move you, but there's to a certain level. And that is where the add-ons come in, that the consideration of going to community school, the consideration to going to college, or what we or some place called university for a first degree or an associate's degree. Then you now pick what kind of professions. Are you looking at STEM? STEM, the sciences, engineering, doctor, being a nurse, being a pharmacist. Are you looking at the social sciences? I want to be an accountant. I want to be a sociologist. I want to be a psychologist. In the arts, I want to be a lawyer or an attorney. You're, and then you have education. I want to be a teacher. So all of those things will factor in making your decision to how to become successful. Because one, success comes two ways: personal benefits and then added value.
Wow.
And if you look at sports, a lot of people who are in sports get the benefit of both. There are people that my dream is I want to be a basketball player. That is what I want to be. And God has made that opportunity for them. And they are doing sports, they play for the NBA, they're making a good salary. But they've planned themselves that I could get injured and I need to have a life outside basketball. But you have some people who don't think about that. So what happens if my career gets interrupted when I'm doing sports? I don't have a plan B.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to have a plan A and a plan B. Your plan A and plan B can work in harmony. Sometimes they could be polar, they could be parallel, in the sense that one plan is for survival and the other part is to allow me to now be able to sustain myself in the long run. So I don't know if so those are the things that you factor in making the decision on how you can be successful where you are, as once you've now settled in an area. And that's why I gave you different scenarios.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have that, like, because if we take the case of Nigeria now, with you coming from Nigeria and coming to the United States, if you're coming from a family that is financially disadvantaged, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you being the source of financial support to your family members back home. So you need to think of a situation: how can I support myself here because I have responsibilities to my survival here, while I try to help back home? And I need to look at a place that I can be happy doing that. I don't regret it. And I'm in a place that it doesn't frustrate me in doing that.
Yeah.
And you have people that God has blessed them. They become very successful doctors and they use that to help their family back home.
True.
There's people that choose the nursing profession and God has blessed them. They make good amount of money and it goes for other professions.
Yeah.
Some is a different stroke situation where they don't have that opportunity and it's a rat race for them. And this is where, if you don't have the right support mechanism around you, the other vices kick in. And then you now have where we are blacklisted for other vices I don't want to mention, but you understand what I'm talking about. Fraud. You want to make it quick. Instead of working hard and following and taking the patient route, you want a shortcut. And in life, there's no shortcut.
None. Wow. 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 Thank you very much, sir. One last question.
No problem.
Yeah. Onome, welcome to the show. Onome says sponsorship. How much do you need to sponsor someone or family in Nigeria to relocate to the States or Canada, either for school or whatever?
Well, if it's for school, you need to look at the tuition. So I can use the United States now, for example. There is a difference when you choosing to go to school in Harvard and I'm not familiar with Massachusetts, but you have state schools. I think if I'm University of Massachusetts,
UMass, Boston.
UMass, okay. And it doesn't take anything that, if you look at the tuition bill for UMass and Harvard, you see that they are different because Harvard is a private school. So the first thing you need to look at is, what school are you looking at wanting to go to if you're looking for education? And as I said, and look at the network that school has, that by the time, if I'm looking at it, that I want to now remain in the United States to now be employable, do they have an affiliation system with industry? And in the case of University of Massachusetts, they do have something with the pharmaceutical industry. They have across board. So it makes it easier if you're a graduate of University of Massachusetts, of any of the campuses, AMS or Boston or wherever, they have an alumni network that will absorb you in. In the case of a family, you have to look at the poverty line, which is why I give you that statistics, if you remember. Because the condition the country is going to give you as you being the sponsor is that they will not be able to resort to any financial help from the state.
Yeah.
And you have some people who say yes, but afterwards they circumvent the system to get aid from the state. I'm just giving you so those are the things that you have stories that are there. But I don't know if I've answered the person. I don't know if I've answered Onome's question, but yes.
So we have a few comments. Denise said, question answered. Thank you very much, sir. Onome says, well said. And she's doing the thank you hand emoji.
No problem.
Thank you very, very much, sir, for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Well, don't worry, you're my aburo.
I know.
And we are kindreds. So
yes,
it's always a pleasure.
Yes, I would like you to actually meet a doctor before you leave.
No problem.
Hello, doctor.
Hello. Good evening, ma. Good evening. Oh, sorry. Good afternoon.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah. So this is Dr. Tolu.
I'm in Alabama.
Okay.
Afternoon.
So she's in the East Coast. I've been to Alabama, but I used to live in Texas, so I've driven across from Louisiana to Alabama to Mississippi to Georgia. So and my wife didn't like me doing that.
I'm on Central Time, actually.
Okay, really? I thought they were on East.
Yeah, I'm on Central. No, in Central Time, it's Georgia next door.
Okay.
It starts.
All right.
East Coast.
Yeah.
All
right.
So thank you very, very much, sir, for coming on.
Most welcome. You're most welcome. And I hope people have found what I've talked about informative. And as I said, the experience, as I said, everybody's story is different. But legal immigration, always the emphasis is legal because there are more benefits to legal.
We know there is illegal law, but emphasis on legal.
So, all right.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
God bless you and remain safe where you are.
Definitely.
And as I said, have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing good so far. How we doing? We're doing good so far. Doctor, welcome to the show, ma'am. We're sorry
yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
No problem.
Doctor is always representing, like she's always representing. Just look at her attire.
What's
Doctor,
can you
just
represent Nigeria?
Side to side. Let them just, let them withhold the glory of God and in the land of our country.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
We praise the Lord.
Where's Samsof now? Samsof maybe went to get water or something. So, Doctor, we're talking about.
It's okay. Let the man of God. Yes, sir.
I know I'm very, very sure you've been following what we've been discussing, right?
Yes. Even on my way here, I've been following what's going on.
Yes. So, do you have anything to add to what he said, pretty much on how to relocate to the diaspora?
Okay. What I'm most familiar with is academia, and that is what I just like, add a little bit to everything he said. As far as I'm concerned, either through work, like he mentioned, or academia. Those are the two easiest ways to relocate to America. And he said something very important, and I hope people remember. He said at least 2 years before you plan to leave is when you begin your research, especially if it has to do with school. I give you my husband's example. He's a doctor just as I am, but he's more interested in basic research. So he had already planned before he left med school that he was going to relocate to America for grad school. He was going to pursue a doctoral degree. At first, I actually thought he was out of his mind because I did not see how a person could have spent 6-7 years in medical school in Nigeria and wants to acquire another doctoral. But from his research, that was what he needed. And he had spent, I kid you not, this was before the days of high-speed internet. It was the days of DSL. If you remember, DSL internet through telephone. Oh, yes. So he literally, that's what he spent all his money on, doing research about schools for the programs he was interested in, who had funded programs, what were their requirements, academic requirements, all those sorts of things. And so finally, he, decided on a few schools, and that's what he did. He applied to them. The thing about doctoral PhD programs is that if they're interested in you, you have to have an interview. Now, because of COVID, to be an in-person interview. When he was applying, it had to be an in-person interview. So he had to find himself here in America to attend, school interviews. So what I'm familiar with is academia. So if people have questions about academia, that I can help them with.
So during the course of the week, I got I got two messages actually. Someone who graduated from the university, their bachelor's degree, wants to go further to do their masters, especially here in the States. But their major concern was after I finish school, can I be retained or can I stay and live in the US or in Canada or in London?
Okay, I will use America as an example because this is where I live. As far as I'm concerned, the easiest way to do that, to be able to stay here after your program, is either you're extremely fortunate. You finish your master and you start work with a company that is willing to, after there's something called an OPT, the optional practical training, after your masters. It used to be 1 year. I'm not entirely sure how long it is now. Expecting that in that 1 year, you will sort yourself out. Something I need people to remember is that in America, the thing you want to do in December, you start it December of the year before.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of things require a long incubation period. Schools that resume in September, their deadlines usually are in December of the year past. You get admission letters around March or April to allow you prepare for resumption in September. So that informed the 2 years that your prior guest mentioned. He didn't just manufacture the number out of the air because you have to have graduate exams. If you are in the arts or some parts of the sciences, you are required to do GRE. Now some schools don't require it. I don't think it's a good idea, but hey, it's their policy. If you are in math, engineering, one of those places, you're requiring GMAT, which is different from the GRE. All of these exams require that you have at least a 9-10 month, I would give it 1 year to prepare. Because as an international student, you want to score the highest possible. There's no sense investing all that money and not have your scores in the top 10%. No, zero sense. It doesn't make any sense. So if you're going to invest that money and you're going to do GRE, you want to aim for the highest scores. That is if you are aiming for the top tier schools. Yes, go ahead, sir.
So I was just gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're learning. See, we are bringing educational content to you so that you would, get better. So don't forget to do us the favor of just, liking where you're watching this from, subscribing to that channel, sharing, and hitting the notification tab so you know when we're on. Okay. Right now we're gonna be taking a 1 minute break and 45 seconds break, and when we come back, I will take all the comments because I'm seeing questions coming in. We'll take all the
Okay.
questions that are coming in, and we will continue from there.
It's your boy Matt. I want to introduce a show to you. It's called Chat Room with Max.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You have to pay attention whenever you're
don't stop.
The primary sign, usually on an adult in a domestic violence situation, are bruises.
God gave him a talent. And the Bible says your gift will make a way for
When we sit there and we blame God for the things that are happening in our lives, no, God never told me to lay down with that man.
Engineer, you were saying I should tell people to be paying. No, now why would I tell people to be paying? It's free. Don't worry, it's free. We're happy. Okay, we're back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. So, as we were saying, let's keep supporting, okay? Yes, don't mind this engineer. I just wanted you to get some information. But yes, so we have comments coming in, Doctor. So let's
Okay, let me
begin
increase this volume
from.
a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we have this comment from Jacinta. Jacinta says, "Welcome the Queen, ma." Okay, she's hailing the
Hello.
Queen. Eh, you look queenly. Queenly. That's a word like that. You know. Doctor go and research now. See, is that queenly? This boy is saying queenly now. Okay. Uzama for me, Okwala says, nice one, Uncle Yami. God bless you. That was for our special guest. She also says, welcome. You're welcome, Doctor. Kid Bro Steve says, very important. Make sure you have approval from God before moving. If God says move, then the doors will be open. But don't make a move and drag God into it. I agree with that. But my next question to you, my brother Kid Bro Steve, will be, how can you know if God says move? So
That's a slope right there.
So if you can answer that, that'll be fine. If you can't, it's okay. We understand. Jacinta says, how about getting a scholarship 100%? Is it possible?
Yes, it is.
Tell us how,
Yes,
ma.
it is.
We want
I
to
know
know.
in the science. Did you want to say something before I proceed?
No, I said we want to know because even myself, I wouldn't mind the scholarship of 100%. I've been paying my thing.
Okay, so it is possible, particularly in the sciences, because one of the blessings that one of the things US is known for is they are heavy on research and development in almost every industry. The US, the UK, Israel, they are just like they're going ham on research. What that means, therefore, is that there are always research positions open, but you just need to know where they are. For instance, my husband got a scholarship to go study at Harvard. His PhD was fully funded, and the
Wow.
program is still on right now. Actually, I've seen that same program he attended. I've seen WhatsApp messages about it, encouraging Nigerians of high academic standing to apply for that same place.
Hold on, doctor. Hold on. Give us 1 minute. Let us do this real quick. So people, there is a number scrolling right now under your screen. Please take that number down. You can send a WhatsApp, send a text message, and say, I'm interested in that program. We'll get the exact name of the program and text it back to you as a reply. We want
I
to
can
make
tell
sure
you.
you have everything that you need. Doctor doesn't mind sharing that information.
Yeah.
Listen,
I can tell you, it's called
information.
that particular program at the Harvard School of Public Health. It's called the PhD in Biological Sciences in Public Health. If you Google, hsphd.harvard.edu, their PhD programs, they're there. There are also doctoral programs, I believe, in this Kennedy School of Government. One of these, don't vex, because Ivy schools, they're my milieu. They're the people I know.
but they are like the top tier schools. There are at least a second tier and a third tier of schools in America, all of which are good schools. Every last one of them. There's a website, Peterson's. When my husband started researching about schools in America, that's where he went. And that was what I was looking at while I was listening to your prior guest. The website is still there. Now there are other websites where you can research schools in America. And yes, there are schools that still offer, but most of the ones I know are usually PhD programs. There are some master's programs, again, also in the sciences. Maybe if I ask my people in the liberal arts, they may be able to give me information about that. But in the sciences, yes. In fact, there are master's programs that are also funded, but they are few and far between, but they're extremely competitive. So that's what I mean by, that's why this applies mostly to young people who are probably finishing their first degree in Nigeria. If you are in the 2-1 or the first class category, there are scholarships available to you. You just need to know where to look and give it a 2-year plan.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not shared this video, you are doing your friends and everybody you know a disservice, because you've gotten vital information here that can help everyone in your generation. Everyone in your generation. Listen, you have an opportunity to, I'm sure application will not even take that much. Do they pay for the application?
Say that again.
Do they pay for the application?
Oh, yes. Every last red cent in America for schools, you pay for application. Yes.
There you go. It's not going to be that kind of payment that will cut your throat. You apply for it, you get the scholarship, you come over, you do your school, and if you're working with if you're doing it with a good company, you could be retained. So why can't you just take advantage of this? Take advantage of it.
I know specifically for PhD programs, because then there's something called a postdoctoral that you do after a PhD program. That can be anywhere from maybe 1 to 3 years or 1 to 4 years, depending also again on who you do it with. I mean, maybe like in academia or something. Those are the places where that, and adding God's favor, those are the places where you can actually be on the path to settling down in America legally. Go from a PhD to a postdoc, perhaps work with somebody who's willing to file a green card for you.
Yeah.
I know, because postdoctoral programs are anywhere 3 years to 5 years. In those 3 years to 5 years, anything can happen. There's a reason they call America the land of opportunity. What they do not tell you is that this is the one place you are required to be productive.
Oh, yeah.
In Nigeria, because of our salary system, you show up, you don't show up, depending on whatever kind of a guy you have, you will get your salary. Here, the demand is on productivity.
Yeah,
you do not work, you do not eat.
You
do not follow the rules, you will get in trouble. It's a simple concept.
Just as I stated at the beginning of the show, you give this, you get that. It's what you put in that you get out. That's it. So
exactly,
yes, you have to.
Yeah.
So let's just take these few comments before we forget about them. Kudos Abayami says you're welcome. He says you would need to have very good grades and recommendation letters also. Yes, that's true.
That is statement of personal essay. Add that to it.
A statement of personal essay also. He also says you can contact me if you need assistance in planning for school in the sciences. There you go. You are having all this resource. Come, Atif, come, producer. Can we give them our what's PayPal or any of our payment account so they can just be paying us for information? Okay. Don't mind. Jessica says, okay, sir. My daughter wants to be a medical doctor. Wow, nice. Yeah. She can achieve that. She can achieve that.
Right. There is now a school in New York that offers tuition-free medical education. But as you can imagine, it is horrendously competitive.
That's true. Very, very competitive. I know at some point Samsung wanted to go, but it was too competitive. And he said, no, he will just sit down and eat bread and not offer us.
What
So,
is seeing?
Doctor, how you doing?
I am fine. How are you doing?
Enjoying your comment and enjoying your
Whatever you're eating that you're not sharing, the Lord is seeing you.
You know, I'm not a maker. Share.
By the way, if you are watching this video, don't forget to share. Share. Kid Bro
There
Steve
you
will say I like
go.
to repeat myself.
That is the only one we can share for now.
Says who? You cannot share what you are eating, Samsoft.
These are the
Well,
last days.
ladies and gentlemen. Kid Bro say I always keep saying ladies and gentlemen. Why wouldn't I say it?
He likes that.
Is it your ladies and gentlemen? It's sweet in the mouth. So, you've heard all these things. Doctor. So, I know this medical doctor who wants to travel out and to do more for the studies. What would you advise?
Okay. First of all, depending on where they are, and I mean in their medical journey right now, are they doing residency in Nigeria or did they just graduate?
Done with residency.
Okay, excellent, wonderful, brilliant. So what they want to do is to study for and pass the USMLEs. They are called MLEs, United States Medical Licensing Exams. There's step 1, there's step 2, there's step 3. They need to pass all those. Now, because they're already in residency, beautiful. They've gotten even more information. I know of a professor, and I mean a named, you know what it means for someone to be a named professor in Nigeria? A named professor of pathology in Nigeria, who a few years ago saw the handwriting on the wall, got up, moved to America, came to do the USMLE exams with children her children's age.
Wow.
Today, she's a professor of pathology in America. So it doesn't matter anybody's age. Because I hear it all the time. People say, oh, at my age, where do I want to start from? I see a whole professor left her tenure in a prestigious university in Nigeria and chose to start from scratch. Today, she's a professor of pathology here.
Wow.
So it doesn't matter how old you get. If you are willing to work hard and if you are willing to research and get information and ask questions, you will get there. So let them begin to study for the USMLE. If they get it right, then they can apply. That's the beautiful thing about residency in America. People come from Nigeria to do residency every year.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a lot of work and it takes planning.
Nice. We have a comment on the screen. It says, that's from a special guest. He says, it's about your skills and less on age for the United States economy. That's true. You see people working even when they are 80-something years and some even 90-something.
Yeah. You know why that comment is important? Because in Nigeria, a lot of things you are cut off from a lot of things once you're 35, 40.
Yeah.
In the banking industry, once you're 35, nobody wants to hire you. So in Nigeria, that mindset is ingrained in us. And so we need to do away with that mindset if you want to. And it's not just America. It's all over the West. It's all over Western civilization. It's not about your age. People go to college here at 65.
Oh,
Did you not hear Shaq graduated with his PhD a few years ago? With his millions.
And it's not that kind of PhD that school will just call you and say, oh, I'm naming you PhD.
Oh, no. He went to class. The people that went to class with him showed up. They all did their graduation. And people said, yes, this guy came to class. He's a wonderful kind of guy. As funny as he looks on TV, he's like that in real life. He's a nice guy. He did I watched his graduation on YouTube. It was hilarious. He went to class. He did it and he got that PhD.
When I was in nursing school, there was someone that was about 63 years old with me in class now. Who were there in class dragging it together.
They don't really. The thing is that you have to. The most difficult part of anything, especially when it comes to education, is the starting part. So
exactly,
all you need to do is just start.
Just start it.
If you start, you will finish it.
Yeah.
As long as you're not discouraged.
Exactly.
Yeah. Biami says Shaq has a MBA and PhD.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Yeah, he went to get the MBA because he realized that people will be talking to his agent and not to him. They just sort of treated him like, he didn't have brains because he was an athlete. He was like, he now vexed. I went to do MBA. After that, because he promised his mother he would reach the height of academic achievement, he went and did a PhD.
But somebody like Shaq is a man, is a go-getter. He has that personality. So anybody that wants to achieve anything must have that kind of mindset. It's like challenges. So you have to challenge yourself.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
You see,
yes.
in life, right? In life, whatever you want, you will not always get. What I mean by that is this. I know some people say, oh, in the name of Jesus, I'll get it. No. You only get what you want if you apply pressure, prayer, and persistence, including perseverance. 4 P's. Pressure, prayer, persistence, perseverance. Those 4 P's. If you apply those 4 P's behind your goal, that's when you achieve what you want. Else, listen, it's like climbing up a hill. You have a bag filled with rocks behind you, and you're climbing up a hill, and you expect you're just going to sing all the way up. No.
It's going to be
It's gonna be, you will hear it, you will sweat, you will not even get food like what some stuff is eating. You'll be hungry. You'll be drinking tea.
That's why it bothers me a bit when, because of our hyper religiosity.
Doctor, please hold on, doctor.
Okay.
We'll get to you. Hold on.
Some stuff is actually eating. Oh Lord.
Okay.
It's okay.
Can someone please write a suspension letter? We have to suspend Samsoft. We were busy talking, giving people advice. Samsoft left us and went to go and be cooking.
Deep things.
Doctor, please go ahead. You were saying
please don't let him choke, Mr. Mex, please. I can't do Heimlich from here. Please don't let him choke. Please. I can't do Heimlich. I'm far. Please.
There you go. Kudos Abayami says, I second that motion. Please, I need a suspension letter. It needs to be suspended. ASAP. I'm not playing.
He's jealous. That man is jealous.
You see, Jessica says, oh, no, my daddy has to eat. I don't blame you.
Thank you.
There we go.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
There we go.
You and your daddy are suspended from the show. Officially. For being non-productive.
This is deep. This is very deep.
Some of you that get what I'm saying, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But
okay, because I'm not been contributing to it.
He has been unproductive. So if I were firing him. So don't be shocked when you come next week and Samsoft is not on the show with us.
Just be willing to explain what it is you've done with him.
And those of you supporting him, like Jacinta, watch it.
Don't threaten the people of God. As I was saying, that's why.
Are you not on my side?
No.
I am firmly on the side of truth and
Thank
justice,
you, doctor.
Always.
Which is on my side, right?
No.
Firmly on the side of truth and justice. Always.
Can't you see, doctor is trying not to choose a side?
No, I've told you where my side is. You people need to choose which side you want to be on.
I want to be a lawyer.
Doctor is everything. She's everything.
Doctor,
we were talking about how people are so religious, hyper religious, where they just throw in.
I was saying that.
Yes.
That's why it bothers me, because of our inclination to hyper religiosity. You know, God has given us brains. He's given us self-will. He's given us volition for a reason. Where to use it? If somewhere bothers you, if somewhere is not helping you to be productive, if the place where you are is not comfortable for you, for goodness sakes, use your brains and get away and move elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
It's a simple concept, really. Because the reason why this is bothering me, because I've heard people say, and I've heard people say in Nigeria, ministers say, oh, you know, if God is not, all of you who want to move to America, if God is not telling you to move, you know, it's going to be hard. I'm like, stop it. Please. Stop it. Whether God tells them to move or not, it will be hard, simply because relocating to another civilization is hard, period.
Let me
Doctor,
Samsoft, you cannot talk.
Right.
You cannot
Harassing him
talk.
about this food.
No, he cannot talk. He cannot say a word.
You know, let me
Not
forget
a word.
it's very important to
If I hear Samson,
somebody can benefit from this right now.
finish eating. When you are done, you send us our own, then you can talk. So, doctor, you're very right with that point. And what I mean by you're very right with that point is this. At some point here in the United States, I was going through like one of my toughest moments. And that was when one Nigerian man of God said, "Oh,
What did you say, Nigeria man?
No, because it had to be.
He said
I
Nigeria.
have to
Man
differentiate."
of God.
A Nigerian man of God said, "Oh, God wants you to go back to Nigeria." I say, "Sir, it's your
What?
family that will go back to Nigeria."
And you just came.
God wants you to go back to Nigeria. See, when God has sent me here to conquer and dominate, because of just this hardship that I'm going through at this particular point in time, you are telling me God wants me. I told him, listen, if God wants me to go back to Nigeria, he will tell me personally. Personally. Now, why am I saying this? Why I'm saying this is this. A lot of people will look at your situation and want to tell you God said.
You will get the
But
vision.
ask yourself, is it God that really said it? Sorry, I'm not doubting anybody that uses the term God said. Thus says the Lord. I'm not doubting that. But
I
if
am.
God
My
has
Bible
any,
says test every spirit.
test every spirit. Test it.
Okay, now let me tell you something about that. Thus says the Lord. Do
Go
you
ahead,
know
man.
that if God wants to speak to anybody about the person, you have to speak to the person. So if
Oh,
God cannot tell you
mm,
situation,
100%.
then somebody else shouldn't be the one telling you what God is telling about
Exactly.
you.
This is God's
Because
issue.
the
Exactly.
example is that when God wants to speak to Samuel, he called Samuel. He didn't call Eli. Eli is the senior prophet, but he went to
Yes.
Samuel himself, as small as Samuel. He didn't say, okay, it's a small boy. Let me tell to the big boy. And they call, he spoke to Samuel. So don't let anybody say God is telling.
Loud it.
Don't let
If
anybody
I,
tell you God is telling them about you. You should tell me first.
ladies and
Exactly.
as you can see, ladies and I'm trying to hit some sort of head, but because it's making sense, it's not
It's
working.
not working.
It's not working.
Let me try and drop it on his head. Let's see.
It's not working.
It not work. So
Honestly,
some
I
stuff you're
wish
right.
we could frame what you just said. We need to frame it and hang it where everybody can see.
Yeah.
Whatever God wants to say to you about you, He should say it to you.
Exactly.
Straight up. Straight up. So
Avoid
if
stress and heartbreak.
if you're one of those people, that you've been trying your best to live a better life, to have a better life by living where you are right now, and you're having difficulties, it's looking as if it's not working, and someone is telling you, oh, God does not want you to go, that's why. You already have your answer. I'm not going to say it twice. You have your answer. Let's see what Kid Bro Steve is saying.
Bro,
Kid Bro Steve says, he will give you the inspiration, and prayer is important. I won't move until I hear from God. He goes, dear tire. I could say more, but later. Okay. Let's see the next. It says, after the inspiration, he will give you the tools with God's vision. He makes provision. Yes, God makes provision, but at times,
Are the neural cells in your brain.
and the neural cells in your brain. And when God told Abraham to leave where he was and move, God gave him what he needed, though. But Abraham did not know he had what he needed. He did not believe that God actually gave him what he needed until he started moving. So, at some point in your life, when you have plans and God is actually telling you, I want you to move, you already have everything it takes. But because it's not working well at that point, you're doubting yourself, you're thinking about it over and over again, and then you are taking that, like our special guest said, and you're just hanging it on the shelf and say, I will relocate. One day I will relocate. My brother, the only place you relocate to in your old age is to the grave. Old age. That's the only place.
The fact that God said something, that you should do something, does not mean it will be easy. And the fact that what you're doing, you hit a rough patch, does not mean God is not with you. I'm not sure
True.
where we got this theology, this idea that
Yeah,
if something is not working well, that means God's hand is not in it. Please, somebody explain to me where we got it.
it's very annoying.
They need to go ask Job. When Job was going through that situation, was God not?
Exactly.
Job is even
Exactly.
this thing. It's very annoying when you hear. I'm telling you, I wanted to use what I had to. Well, I was like, God, thank you for the spirit of
There will be no
not being.
violence with the people,
Thank you for the
with the
spirit of
people, oh,
lack of
please.
violence. And I wanted to call Samson for the phone to come and beat him up for me.
No, please. My brother is not a hitman. No, don't call him for such things.
No, you're right, doctor. He's not a hit man. He's a
That's right.
man.
I like that.
He's eating on the show.
You got a perfect words to qualify people.
Of course, that's doctor for you. So Jacinta is saying, Jacinta in her comments, she says, that's how they finish us here. Oh. If you are not getting married, they will say you have a spiritual husband or a wife. That's why you are single.
They chew on that spiritual husband business.
You see? You see?
Single girls are suffered in their hands.
In fact, now they say, if you are not married by 30, check your spiritual husband.
Oh, the things people suffer from
We didn't intend
ignorance.
to shake any tables today, but tables are shaking right now.
They're shaking.
We did not intend to shake tables. We just wanted to bring.
There's just
educational
way too
content
many
for-
unnecessary pieces of furniture in the house.
I'm sorry, it's just too many furnitures. Well, while we still have you, I told you guys at the beginning of the show that I have a surprise for you guys, right? Okay, let me just show you this surprise and then we'll proceed. Even Samson does not even know this surprise yet, but yeah, let's go.
It's true.
I'm not perfect. No, no, no. And I know I don't deserve it. Only you deserve it. Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Only you deserve it. And I give you all the praise. We give you all the praise. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Okay, so I don't need to.
Wow.
I don't need to tell you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't need to tell you what's
All
coming.
right, Minister Max. All right.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, sir. I thought you would say, God is telling you not to release it.
God is telling me that you should release it.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
On this show, we read our Bibles. We know what our Bibles say.
Of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, that song will be coming out for you, the chat room viewers. We are going to be viewing that show live on the, let's see, when is the Friday before the official release date, because I want you all to watch that video before it actually comes out. Samson and Doctor, what do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
Give them a pre-release, right?
Yeah, pre-release. A
Yeah.
pre-release of the show. Yeah. You'll be watching it live on the 17th. So don't forget to join in on the 17th, as that song will be airing live. You guys will be seeing it first before it officially comes out. That's what we want to. Bless you.
And then we're going to tell you guys how to also enjoy it, not by yourself.
Yes.
Share it and share.
Yes. So let's see some comments that came in. Oh, and the man says congratulations. Oh, the man is still on the show. Wow. Thank you for staying this long. Okay. Kudos about him. Says nice Grammy in the works.
That's
Amen.
right.
Oh, thank you, sir. Jacinta says, wow, powerful pastor.
Of course.
Hold on, Jacinta
I created you.
Jacinta, I told you I'm not a pastor.
She has just upgraded you.
Don't call me when I've not had the call.
Exactly.
Hold on, let me check. Let me confirm if
The
the call
sister is
came.
trying to do what that pastor did to you. But
I'm trying to see if the call came in. There's no missed call yet. They said that I've not had the call yet. So don't let God do me something. I'm Minister Max. Okay. Adora Pala says lovely song. There. Makoya. Yeah, she calls me Makoya. That's you know. Moses Opata says nice. Oh, what's up, Moses? How you day? Been a while, man. On a man is doing LOL.
so some of them, they were just quiet in the background as the song just played. We exposed them. All those ones that were hiding.
Yeah, or
the secret viewers.
The secret viewers, we know you. Yeah, by the way, since I have all the secret viewers there right now, secret viewers, we have something that we always do on the show. And so our secret viewers, don't forget to like where you're watching this from. Don't forget to subscribe to that channel. Don't forget to hit that notification tab so you know when we're coming on. And lastly, do not forget to share. Ladies
and gentlemen.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, keep sharing. God loves a sharing giver. I know Doctor will say something. I knew it.
She just said,
That is a lot of things, I'm soft. Even the way the tone she used, if it was normal, she would say, but she said,
that was not the serious one.
What?
The one that is serious, you can tell. This is a longer one.
This analyzation of it's okay.
Oh, God, the people are staying late for you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've gone past our time. Don't forget, share this video to everyone in your contact because they have something, even if it's one thing, there's one thing that they will gain from this video. And that's what we do. We come to you with content. We come to you with information that would help you and help your friends and help your family and even help the people from your village, you know, because some people in the village, they just pursue you. They don't know that you are busy looking for ways to succeed, but they'll just be pursuing you unnecessarily. So just share to everybody, including them. Okay. So right now, Doctor and Samsoft, we will be having another special guest next week on the show. And what we're trying to be doing now is we're trying to be proactive. We're trying to do things, way in advance, before, so people will know exactly what to expect. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the show next week, we're going to be having Minister Emigrate, and we're going to be talking about the heart of a worshiper. The heart of a worshiper. That's what we're going to be talking about. The heart of a worshiper. You'll be wondering which heart, who is a worshiper, all those things. You know us in chat room. We will shake every table. In fact, before you know it, the topic will change and become something else. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Comments. We have one more comment. Eugene Opala says, because of wide insecurity in Nigeria, many youths with school sats clamor for foreign visas. Some end up in jail or repatriated. How can they benefit from this episode? Doctor, I'll throw that to you first before I give some soft to the platform.
Okay. So first thing I want to do is watch it, particularly from the beginning. The prior speaker, special guest, spoke excellently about the options that are available to you. Mm-hmm. And then I came in and talked a bit more about academia coming into the US. The US is where I live, so this is what I'm familiar with. Coming in via academia. So there are two options. There are many options open actually. But for young people, because they're still young, it is easier for them to pursue academia or sports. The US is trying to expand, if not for COVID, they were trying to rapidly expand sports. And I mean, particularly soccer. And many colleges are now giving soccer scholarships. And we're wonderful. We're blessed with soccer in Nigeria. So that may be an option they may want to explore, or good old-fashioned academia. So there are options. They just need to know where to look and what they're looking for. There's a website called Peterson's, as in Peter, son, plus S, one word.
Oh,
Petersons.com. Exactly. They can go there. There's Education USA, single word. They can go there and research colleges or postgraduate. We call them postgraduates in Nigeria. Here we simply call them graduate programs. It's the same thing. Graduate programs are what we call postgrad in Nigeria. So there are options, particularly for young people, because they are more willing to take risks. They're more willing to do what is necessary to move forward. There are options. There really are. If anyone needs, they want to relocate, and if they need help with looking about academia, someone has already offered their help. I'm willing to do the same. If academia, if you have great grades, if you have great, educational transcripts, I'm willing to answer questions about pursuing academia in America. But there are options. There are.
And the number and the email are scrolling right below the screen right there. Samsel, sir, what do you have to say about this question?
I will always, my take on the young people is always try to encourage them to be patient. And I know that you've run out of patience, especially those my young people, my youths in Nigeria. I feel your pain because of the situation there. But I want you to understand that as much as you want to get out of a place, you need to know where you are going to, and you need to prepare. And how do you prepare for the place? You prepare yourself in every way, in terms of like when you get to wherever you're going, what you're going to do. Don't say, "Oh, whatever I do, I'll do anything." No, you have to plan and be patient. I understand your situation, but just be patient and do it right, so that you don't go the wrong way and then end up in jail and learn the hard way. Now, you have to follow. What I will advise you is that, like for instance, this forum now, you can ask questions to people that already can be able to guide you. Because one thing I know that most of the young people lack there is the right guidance. People are giving them wrong informations. People take advantage of the young people because they want to get out. So people will take advantage of you because you are anxious and you want to go. Anything they tell you, you just jump on and do. But this platform will help you. You can go back to it and listen to it, and you can ask questions. You can throw questions to us. We'll be able to help you out. You don't need to be in a hurry and go to the wrong person, because the wrong person will put you on the wrong track. And now this is it. This is the part of running into the wrong hand. You will lose money.
Straight up.
Now you will still lose time.
Straight up.
You don't want to be patient.
Straight up.
Time.
Straight up.
Just be patient, and then your patience will guide you to the right person.
Straight up.
If you are patient, you will definitely meet the right people.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Doctor,
add something.
Please add.
If someone is leaving high school and they are looking for options if they're not ready to leave Nigeria yet, your guest speaker mentioned something that if you want to go to a non-English speaking country, like a francophone country, you have to learn French or whatever language they speak there. I would suggest people go to university in Nigeria. This is something a lot of people do not do, are not willing to do. Go get a first degree in French or German.
Wisdom.
First degree in French or German.
There you go. There you have it.
With French, you have a huge number of places you can go to. And if a person doesn't have enough money to literally, operate up themselves and move to America, there are countries in Africa that are better, slightly better run than Nigeria, and you do not need a visa. West African countries, if you have an ECOWAS passport, you can go to any of those countries. Also, Rwanda is one of the other countries that are not in West Africa, where any African can come without a visa.
It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Rwanda is it is developing so fast.
It's the new
You
Zamunda.
won't believe.
As a matter of fact, I want to go visit Rwanda.
Beautiful place. So
Okay,
there are
I'll send
options
you.
to
I'll send you
people.
the visa, Samsoft.
I don't need visa.
Yeah, you don't as a Nigerian, you don't need a visa to go to Rwanda.
Okay, I'll send you ticket.
In fact, a lot of pilots that
Hey,
fly planes between Nigeria and Rwanda, many of them are Nigerian and they live in Rwanda.
Doctor, now, did you hear what he said?
What did he say?
He said he's going to send me the ticket.
Tamex, no one heard you.
That is I love him the more.
Why are you looking like that?
You don't know when the thing come up for your mouth.
It just came out like that.
And God is speaking through you.
You should ask yourself which of them. let me you see, doctor. You see, doctor said something very important on the issue. Doctor said, test the spirit. Always test the spirit. Whatever you hear, test it. Test it.
That your spirit
I will send you. I will send you ticket.
I have already tested it.
I said I will test you. I will send you ticket. Instead of you to ask me which kind of ticket, you don't answer me. Sayo that I told Sayo that said he wants to go to Kenya.
You said you asked him to
better shoe, good shoe.
My own a ticket.
Carry food inside your bag and waka. 2-3 days you have reached Kenya.
My own is ticket.
2-3 days you have reached. Samsung own, I said I'll give him ticket. He didn't even ask me for ticket. See, I was after this show, I'm going to go and buy water. You need one ticket like this in order to get the water plenty. That's the ticket I was talking about. I saw you eating and not drinking water. Oh, yes,
that's all I can say.
So, ladies and gentlemen. So my own comment to this is this. If you notice, we did not refer you to any agency or any agent that will help you travel abroad.
Correct.
We didn't do that. There's a reason why we did not do that. Because we do not support scam. We don't know who is real. We don't know who will scam you. But we gave you resources that you can do this on your own. DIY. Do it yourself. So, for people who are thinking of traveling, all the young people, listen, we all know Africa is not too tight right now, especially Nigeria. From changing of the name to everything going on.
Max, where did you get that changing of name?
I don't know here and who changed the name.
Don't worry, guys. Listen, all we have see, let me tell you people something. You people think that we have stopped shaking tables. No, we did not stop shaking tables. We're just taking a break. You think we have what we're going to be talking about next,
they
were just quiet. A laptop.
We were just quiet in the beginning, like a gentle people that we cannot. All of a sudden, we're like, "Oh, this is who we are, man. Man, this is me. Man, this is how we do it."
We're going to talk about issues that are seriously affecting. Look at the way things are just going. Look at Afghanistan. Look at Nigeria. Look, see, we're coming. Just watch. Just watch. Just watch. For all those people that were repatriated or end up in jail for some reason or the other, due to the way you got in, things can still work. And please, like Samson said, like Doctor said, make sure you're doing it the right way. And like our special guest said, we're giving you legit ways. We have illegit ways. We would have told you, you can come and marry. But we want to give you what we know that works, the legit way. If you find out the illegal way, that's your concern, that's your cup of tea. Here, you don't know who is going to sponsor us tomorrow. You don't know if, don't know if that's to tell you need to sponsor us if you're watching. So, but yes, we have a comment from Kudos. It says, hello, Aburo. I'm sure he's responding to Eugene Opala. Kelechi also says, what are some options? Now, these are the two last comments we're going to take before we wrap up. She says, what are the options for nurses in Nigeria? She's asking that question. I'll go first because I'm a nurse and I kind of have an idea on what the options are for nurses in Nigeria. There's something called International Travel Nursing Agency. You can sign up with that. But I don't know if Nigeria has started doing the same professional exam that America does. I know some countries do it. And I know I've heard of some Nigerians that took that exam, the NCLEX exam. You have to be certified internationally in order to be able to step up. You know, they don't trust our education like that. And that's the truth. They don't trust our education. I don't blame them for not trusting our education. If you look at our system, our educational system, I was telling a friend, an American, and I was like, here in this country, you guys don't study that hard. Like your reading is not that as hard as the way we do it in Nigeria. Nigeria,
It
only
depends
you.
on where you go.
Yeah, doctor, I know you went to Harvard. Nigeria, only you. Only you. 17 classes. 17. No Google. You're using candle. You're using lantern to read. No resources to help you to ease the thing for you. But here you have light, at least, even if it's only light that you have to see to read. But yes, you can do that and take the professional exam. That will step you up a little bit, a lot, not even a little bit. It will step you up a lot.
The way,
And
actually.
say that again, doctor.
That is the way. They need to study and pass for NCLEX. And I know a lot of Nigerian nurses who come here and maybe they came through green card and they got here. They sat for it once and boom.
Yeah.
Passed it and they started practicing nursing. So they can do that. They pass NCLEX.
And America and Canada love, like doctor said, love productive people. If you are productive, you got it. You're good. If you have that productivity, they will take, in fact, they will be begging you to come. So set yourself up in a way that things will work for you. Prepare yourself. That's why they said, don't just stand up, wake up one day and say, I'm moving, and then get discouraged when you are not moving that same day. It takes time. Prepare. Prep yourself. Okay? Samson, do you have anything to add on this question?
You've said it all.
All right. Jacinta says, yes, I am a weakness. So I think she said she wanted to say witness. I had him. Samson, why are you clapping? She said she's a weakness. She didn't even say the right thing. She said weakness. So you don't have a supporter. I'm sorry. You don't have a witness. You don't have a witness. You have a weakness to the ticket issue. So that means I'm not sending you any ticket.
Minister Max, you stepped into this one.
Doctor, it's weakness now. It's not weakness.
We already understand.
In the court of law, she cannot stand and testify with in favor of Sam Soft.
Have you not seen this guy that was trying to pronounce Filipinas?
What did he pronounce?
It was Philippine.
What did he say? Philippine? Anyway. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, don't mind them. Don't mind them. We're good. So, our wonderful people in the house, thank you very much for being on the show today, ladies and gentlemen. It's been awesome. We missed you last week. Nobody even asked, where did you people go? What happened? Oh, it's only some few people that were texting and sending us message. What happened to the show? At least about 75 people. Those few 75 people. What happened? Oh, this. Doctor, what did you say?
I said those few 75.
Doctor, isn't our mates that are having 2 million viewers? Samsung. Isn't our mate that are having 2 million viewers? But we like our 75 people and we appreciate them.
Yes, you guys are special.
Thank you very much. You're special. Please, we need more people. We need more people. Hey, by the way, we're almost at 300 subscribers. Go and subscribe.
We're climbing.
Tell all your friends to subscribe. We're climbing. We're going forward. We're moving forward. The church is going higher. Yeah? Please subscribe. Okay. Lastly, Jessica says phone type error. Phone typo error.
We are correct now. Fast.
No, we're ending the show. So even if she corrects it, we still not acknowledge it. It came at the end of the show. So let me quickly wrap up before Jacinta says it. I will even delete her comment if she says it. And block her. And then I'll block her after the show. That's what I should do. I should block Jacinta.
Even now.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. From our wonderful Dr. Ma, what do you have to say to our viewers?
So, my Bible says there's always hope for a tree, even though it be cut down, as long as its roots remain in the earth, there is hope. Do not be discouraged. Look for information. Pursue information. You will find it.
Hallelujah. Woo! Oh my God. I felt like I was in church on Sunday.
Okay?
Oh, sorry. I was just, Samsoft. See,
What I
doctor,
have
you
to
talk,
say,
you
what I
talked
have
really
to
slow. Wait, Samsoft. Doctor, you spoke really slow. I wanted it to go very fast before Jacinta comments and support Samsoft. So Samsoft, let's go. Quick.
what is doctor? Have doctor finished what she has to say?
Don't Jerry, Mr.
She has
Samsoft. I'm
finished
done.
now.
Oh.
Did you hear me clapping?
I thought because I was thinking that they're buying some time because she's asked to, she says some stuff that is very important. You know what I'm saying?
Connie man die, Connie man bury him since today. It's okay.
Okay.
What I have to say to everyone on this topic is that a Mickey Mouse in Africa is going to be a Mickey Mouse anywhere it gets to. So you need to get yourself together wherever you are before you go anywhere. Because a lizard in Nigeria is going to be a lizard.
He came from Mickey Mouse now to lizard. What did concern Mickey Mouse concern lizard? What concern Mickey Mouse and lizard?
It's about
What do you mean
biology.
it for
Can't you
you?
get it?
What did
It's an idiomatic expression.
There you go.
I'm just giving them, when our fathers, our great grandfathers,
Did your father tell you about Mickey Mouse?
wait now,
Is it your Mickey Mouse?
our grandfathers want to tell you something very important that when they are drawing your ear, they
They
don't
will
use
form story and give you.
they don't talk normally.
It's coming to say a Mickey Mouse in Nigeria is a Mickey Mouse everywhere.
They will come with a strong idiom. And then you crack your head. What do you mean by that? I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Prepare yourself when you are coming to anywhere you are going. You don't think that when you leave that place, you come here and then you are not prepared. You might even get worse.
You wish to go back. That's what he meant by Mickey Mouse and lizard.
Exactly.
Okay.
So prepare yourself well.
Our audience are on strike. That's why I'm clapping myself.
Clap.
I got the hint. He's put up her message.
No mind him.
What may I have to say? Okay, let's read this message.
Yes, Jessica has already.
It's okay. Let me read it. She says, Doctor, listen to this and listen to the loophole I'm using. Just send my daddy his ticket, sir. Jessica, your father is in Nigeria. I don't have his address.
Are you not the one that said that Sansoft is her daddy?
Very good.
On this show today.
Doctor, I cannot afford to fire two people from this show at once. I can't afford it. Yeah? I can't afford
I'm just saying.
Doctor, why are you doing this?
You can't afford it.
I'm not doing anything. Like I tell you, I'm on the side of truth.
I fire Samson. You want me to fire? If I fire you now, who will be here? Doctor.
The angels of God, they are always with you.
Yeah. She says her daddy. Okay, no problem. She says Sam is my daddy. Okay, you should be doing daddy and mommy.
That's my daughter, my baby girl.
Daughter and daddy. Yes, sir. We hear you.
Okay, so don't worry. I withdraw from this conflict. I'm like Switzerland. I'm neutral. I withdraw from the conflict.
Thank you, doctor.
Please, you're already on my side.
So is it by force? Is it by force?
I'm a neutral party. I withdraw from the conflict.
And the violent one shall take it by force.
With the lizard and the Mickey Mouse.
See, doctor say I'm not there for this matter.
No. I don't want to elongate the conflict. So I remove hand from it.
Doctor say this is getting too critical for me.
Doctor is a peace-loving person.
I'm a peace-loving person.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what I have to say before we leave is this. You've come a long way to where you are right now. You've gathered important knowledge to sustain yourself to this point. Do not, and I stress they do not, depend or rely on what someone tells you that it is before believing yourself that it is. What I'm indirectly telling you is this. If you have determined in your mind to do it no looking back, with prayers and all the spiritual support you need. And then physically make those steps and make those moves happen. You can go and sleep in church all night and not apply the right way. They will chop your money, everything will not work, and you'll still be sleeping in church. Maybe you might start working in church because you're sleeping in church.
You've been sleeping in church. I would have been sleeping in church.
But please and please, if you have made up your mind to relocate, we've given you the tips you need, the tools you need. There are still more tools out there. Do your research. Do your research.
Very important.
Important. Do your research. Back it up with prayer. Do your research. Back it up with prayer. Do your research. Back it up with prayer. And it will be well for you. And then maybe when you come, you give us a call and then we might meet for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. One of the two. Or we might just test ourselves to cook us that Indomie.
Oh, yes. You guys can come. If you come to my house, I can share. But if you, from here, sharing, I know that it will be useless if I say I want to share with
It's
you.
just because it's on the show. That's why he was eating Indomie. And stuff like to eat beans. If you go to his house, it's beans you eat, you would leave messing.
He believed that I've not eaten beans for a while.
Why eat his beans? Is that not what you say in Nigeria? It is where the man eats his beans. So
Exactly. Thank you.
Doctor,
when I
okay, sorry, I said I wasn't in the conflict.
Doctor,
Sorry.
Doctor, Doctor, I can unfire some and not fire you.
Please, I will quietly return from whence I came.
When did you get the spirit of Trump? You are fired.
No, it's not spirit of Trump. The spirit of my papa.
Who be that one?
Your papa's is this that's doing violence to brethren.
You guys still didn't get it, right? You guys still didn't get it.
Okay.
I think I've withdrawn from the conflict.
Okay, that's true.
Let's not shake tables today.
Oh, no shaking table today. We have shaken it enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being on the show. You guys have been awesome. You've been wonderful. You've been great. Doctor has been perfect. Samsoft has been great, even though he didn't offer us what he was eating. Please don't forget to support Doctor and her brand on Facebook. Doctor, please, what's your Facebook handle again?
Mothercrafts. At Mothercrafts.
At Mothercrafts. Yes. Please support Doctor and her brand. I and Samsoft will be doing a collaborative photo session with our native mask that we got.
Yeah, we love it.
Love it. Thank you.
Call it native mask. It's not as if it's a native doctor mask.
Well, it is native and it was made by a doctor, so perhaps it's a native doctor mask.
No, native modernized doctor's mask.
we are also herbalists. Like me, I'm an herbalist.
Samson is an herbalist. If you see all the herbs he used to drink, you will pity him.
This is too much for a Friday evening.
I know. We just came to chill with everybody.
When I give him the concoction, I say, put ginger, goes a little bit garlic, and then put some turmeric.
It's a lie. Doctor, during COVID, when COVID was hot, you know what Samsoft was doing? Samsoft he was one of those people that took orange, lemon, garlic, ginger, some leaves, ugu leaf, bitter leaf, of ofe salad leaf. He carry everything, put it inside water and palm oil, and boil it. And then started inhaling it. Started inhaling it. I told Samsoft, I'm like, Samsoft, that thing is dangerous, man. It could lodge in your lungs and give you infection. You could have pneumonia from it. You know, I was telling him. And he said, no, from my place, we're herbalists. We like herbs.
Why are you harassing the man
I
of
don't
God
know where you
today?
get
Why?
palm oil from. I even normally I don't eat with palm oil. I don't cook with palm oil. Palm oil
Ladies
is
and
not
gentlemen, we'll let you people go so we can continue fighting
vegetable
on
oil
this
is
show.
not good for you.
So that the war can continue
We have to
behind the
continue to
scenes.
fight on this
It's
show, ladies
okay.
and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us. See you all same time, same place, same station next week. Thank
We love
you. God bless you.
we
Ciao.
love
Bye.
It's your boy Matt. I want to introduce a show to you. It's called Chatroom with Max.
Shakable.
Ladies and
You
gentlemen,
have to pay attention whenever you're
don't stop.
The primary sign, usually on an adult in a domestic violence situation, are bruises.
God gave him a talent. And the Bible says your gift will make a way for
When we sit there and we blame God for the things that are happening in our lives, no, God never told me to lay down with that man.
So Samsov, let's continue this fight. We have not finished. Yeah. Oh, we are still live. Technician, what is your problem?